Mentioned we are going to see some areas of patchy fog and really not much going on this week after a couple active weeks. That's how we started off February. Hey, at least we've gotten close to our rainfall totals of what we should be seeing for this time of year. So some good news there with all that rain we've been seeing. But again, kind of a quiet start to the work week. We do have a weak system on Wednesday, which I'll show you here. But we did have a weak system push through yesterday, and that left us some cold air behind it. We're also going to have some gusty northwesterly winds throughout the afternoon, so it is going to feel a bit blustery out there today. With that said, we are still going to have a few 60s, low 60s in a few spots. Then as we head into tomorrow, ridge of high pressure builds back in, and that's going to warm us up to near normal temperatures tomorrow, but it won't last long. This is the next little system we're watching here, and we're actually just going to be clipped by this. So we will have some colder air with it. Most of the rain's going to remain in Northern California. If we do see anything, it's going to be just some light showers across the area early on Wednesday and then maybe into early Wednesday afternoon. But by Wednesday afternoon, most of that activity should be out of here. So again, a very weak system with a very slight chance of rain with it. As we start to head into the latter part of the week, we're going to have this ridge of high pressure building back in, and that's going to take us through the weekend. In fact, this weekend looks like we're going to see the return of some 70s out there. So if you've been waiting for that nicer weather, it is on the way. Today we are looking at partly cloudy skies out there this morning. Again, areas of fog, especially for those valley locations. We're seeing some fog around Watsonville and Marina this morning, even on Highway 17 just before Scotts Valley. So those are the fog reports we're already getting this morning, so just be aware of that. Again, we're going to continue to see at least some scattered clouds throughout the day today into this afternoon, but we will have some sunshine out there from time to time. As we head into the overnight hours, we should clear out just a little bit. I still think we will see some areas of patchy fog by tomorrow morning. We'll have some low clouds kind of hanging out over the hills, but other than that, we are looking at mostly clear conditions for most spots. As I mentioned, some gusty northwesterly winds this afternoon, anywhere between that 15 to 20 mile per hour range. We could have occasional gusts slightly stronger than that, but again, with these winds and that cooler temperature in place, that air is going to have a bit of a bite to it this afternoon into this evening. As we head into tomorrow, winds should die down a bit, but we still could have some breezy conditions out there. So how about those temperatures for you today? Not too bad in Santa Cruz County. That's where we're going to find some of our 60s this afternoon. Higher elevations a little bit cooler in those 50s. As we head down the coast, you're going to expect more of the same with those temperatures in those low 60s on the north side of the bay, but as you start to head to the eastern portion of the bay, we will cool down a little bit in those upper 50s. 61 in Salinas as well as Hollister. We'll be in those upper 50s to low 60s for the Santa Clara Valley. Monterey Peninsula, you're going to be the cooler spot today. That is because of those northwesterly winds coming off of the water. We're only going to be in those mid to upper 50s this afternoon. And then up and down the Salinas Valley, that's where we're going to find some more of those 60s today, even some mid 60s for Bradley, Parkfield, San Antonio Valley. So those farther inland locations will be a touch warmer, low 60s for the Big Sur coast. Overnight lows, again, very similar to what we're waking up to this morning.